Minnesota Fighting Vikings second-year running back Alexander Mattison had a pretty solid rookie season after coming in as a third-round pick out of Boise State University. Because remember, it was the Vikings traded down like 17,000 times, and Madison was the last pick of the third round. Remember that? Good times. But he had 100 carries, 462 yards rushing, a robusto 4.6 yards per carry. Also had a touchdown, and then like hurdled like 9 dudes, which is great. But he knows that he could be better. Aspects of his game, like pass blocking, as well as running with more patience, as as that becomes more defined. If he wants to be, that does need to be more defined if he wants to become a top of the food chain running back in this league. Now, Madison met with the media this week. Well, he talked to the media jackals, and he spoke about what helped him improve as a rookie. So Madison said this quote: "I would probably say failure. Going out there and you fail a couple times, you learn from your mistakes, you hit the film room, and you go out there and get back at it. I was out there thrown into the fire with the ones and twos immediately, and I think that helped me with my progression and my growth so far. Just taking what I've learned from the guys in the group too. All those guys in the room helped me grow a lot," end quote. So you just love that the kid is humble and mature enough to recognize, like, hey, even though I had a modicum of success as a rookie, I still left a lot of meat on that bone. There's still ways that I can improve as a running back and and really help this team as well as help myself throughout my career. And that's been a hallmark of the Vikings running back room ever since Adrian Peterson was just like gone, right? So you had McKinnon, you had Asiata, you had Latavius Murray, you had Dalvin, all very mature, all very quiet, all very humble, all very team-first guys, especially Latavius Murray. Came in here a couple of seasons, was a great leader in that locker room, and frankly, I think set a great example for Dalvin Cook, as well as you see Dalvin Cook getting a little bit older, becoming a team leader. Zimmer says he's going to be a team captain this year. You see him leading this running back room, and I think that it does, leadership does beget leadership as it leaks down to lower levels. So you see Mike Boone, you see Alexander Mattison, you see Amir Abdullah, all humble, introspective guys, and all just want to get the job done. And running back, maybe not as bad as wide receiver, but running back has been known to have some diva attitudes. And also, with Madison being such a young guy, I mean, being 22 years old and being capable of that level of introspectiveness, I mean, it's rare, right? It's very easy for young people who, hit some roadblocks, have some setbacks, you just blame everything on everyone else. It's like, oh, I would have busted that run, except the blocking wasn't great, or it was a bad call, or Cousins didn't audible this and didn't do that. Wasn't me. It wasn't my fault. I mean, I'm great. I'm perfect. Everyone else around here are jabronis. But I mean, it's very easy for young people to just blame everything else, everything on everyone else, right? Although it's not exclusive for young people, by the way. But yeah, you think about the older guy right now who's just like that little bitch ass, isn't he? Right? But it's a trait of a person who hasn't lived and hasn't really thought about their place in the universe, right? And offense. The offense that he's in, it's hard. Even though it's simplistic, it is extremely hard. Like Mike Zimmer demands a lot, especially wanting to be in a run-first team. Gary Kubiak obviously demands a lot as well, and we talk about like Gary Kubiak cranking out these 1,000-yard rushers, from nobodies. But they do have to fully buy into the scheme. They do have to work on various aspects of the craft. Like they really have to sell play action, really get those linebackers to bite, opening things up for the passing game. They have to be great pass blockers as well. For when you do pass, you do have to pick up those blitz. You have to keep the quarterback clean, as well as being a receiver out of the backfield, especially the way that Cousins does like to check down, as well as when you're running outside zone. Even though yes, it is simplistic, but you do have to be patient and you do have to be decisive when you're making your decision out there. Are you gonna cut it back? Are you gonna bang up the middle? Are you gonna bounce on the outside? As simple as it may seem, it does take a lot of work and it does take a lot of patience. And even though Alexander Mattison, coming from Boise State, which was primarily a zone scheme as well, like there is going to be a learning curve. And Kenny Polamalu, who's frankly one of the better running back coaches in the league, he is a player's coach. The running backs love him. He's a very affable guy, but he does ask a lot of his players. And in return, the Vikings do have one of the most talented, disciplined running back rooms in the NFL. Like not every team in the league goes 4 deep like the Vikings do with Dalvin, Madison, Boone, and Amir Abdullah. That's what hell. Throw CJ Ham in there as well. We're the best fullback in the league. Suck it, Kyle Juszczyk. Yeah. So I love Dalvin. I freaking love Alexander Boom Boom Mattison as well. I think Dalvin gets a long-term deal, and then he and Mattison will form like a nice 1-2 combination. It could be shades of, say, LaDainian Tomlinson, Michael Turner back on the San Diego Chargers, back in the day. You look at Priest Holmes, look at Larry Johnson with the Chiefs when, was it Marty as well as Dick Vermeil just running the piss out of the football. It was great. And Mattison, he looks solid so far, working with the ones in training camp. I think that his role will be diminished as Dalvin is eased back in. But, I mean, this year, Dalvin, yes, is going to be that bell cow guy. He is a true blue 3-down running back. But Alexander Mattison is going to get his as well. And I think he's ready for it in year 2. But your thoughts, Alexander Mattison, learning from failures. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post some in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.